Okay, it's a programming language. So what is program actually first? Before going to learn what programming language, we need to understand what is programming. Programming is that it is a instruction to the our computer. So computer is made up of hardware, chips and hard disk. Okay, so that computer doesn't know what to do. So it's all about that machine language. We are giving instruction to computer do these things. There are three layers are there in that computer. First is software, second is operating system, third is hardware. For example, you are having in MS Word document, you are printing something, you are typing something, maybe it is your biodata. You want to print that your biodata as a hard copy. So what you will do, you will go to MS Word and you will click Control P or print button. So that is the instructions you are giving to computer, print this document. Computer will take that instruction and it will send that instruction to hardware via operating system. Okay, like that in Java is nothing but it is giving the instruction to the operating system, do this command. Okay, it will give the command to operating system take that command and it will display. For example, you want to print hello world in the screen, you are giving that input to that operating system, print the hello world, it will send to hardware will take the request, it will display your screen hello world. Okay, so this is the all about the programming is the instruction which is given by software to operating system will display or it will execute your commands and pass it to hardware will do the exact output what you want. Second is Java is platform independent language. So what is platform? First we need to know about. Before going to discuss about platform independent, you need to understand what is platform. Platform is operating system. There are various platform in the market like Unix, Linux, Windows, Android, Apple OS. So day to day new operating systems are coming and which is occupying the market. So now but Java is the main feature of Java is it is a platform independent. You can write Java in your system, you can execute, that is a motto called Java, write one run anywhere. You can write your Java program in your Windows operating system. You can take that output as a jar file, executable jar file. You can execute that program. For example, you are writing one gaming program in Java. You can run that game program in your Windows laptop. Same game program you can run in Android, Samsung mobile and Apple OS, then Unix operating system, anywhere. So you can run the program in your system and run in all over world any operating system. So that is a feature. Platform is operating system. So it is operating system independent language, we can say. So fast, secure and reliable. Java is very fast because the output which is converted to in the form of bytecode. Bytecode is nothing but it is having zeros and ones only. So it is very fast. We already converted into bytecode language and deploying into JVM. So we will discuss about what is JVM later. So just understood that JVM take that command, it will execute that command very fastly. As well as Java is very secure. Why means in most of the banking projects is using Java because of this security. Security means it have the encryption and decryption features. So you can encrypt that code, whatever command. For example, you are transferring your money from one place to another place. You are transferring your money to ICICI account, ICICI server located in Delhi or Mumbai, whatever it may be. You are initiating that transfer from your laptop which is there in Bangalore. So the instruction is going from your Bangalore to Mumbai or Delhi head office of that ICICI server. In the traveling the way from Bangalore to Mumbai, any hackers can get your data and change your account number to his account number. He can transfer entire money to his account. To avoid that, we have encryption and decryption format. We call in Java, it is called as a serialized and deserialized. So Java will take your account number, it will convert into some other format, serialize it and send it to. Even though hackers will take the data in between, they cannot do anything because they don't have deserialized algorithm. So in ICSA server have deserialized algorithm, they will convert to again original format your data and they can use it. That is very secure. Reliable, I already told that Java is OS independent. You can run the Java program anywhere in the world with any operating system. That is called reliable. This object oriented. So all our Java program is object oriented. Like if you I will clearly explain what is object in next slides and all. Just make it that it's object oriented. Okay. So it's have contents extensive library. It contains extensive library means Java will give inbuilt library. You no need to worry about some you are developing your code for already known. For example, you want to calculate that sign value of your number. Java will provide already predefined class called mat. So mat will do sign calculation, log calculation, and square root of your value. Like that, we have almost 2400 class. Java is already provided. We can use that one. So no need to create, no need to reinvent the wheel again. We can use that Java classes. So without doing our own code. Next is Java is useful for web applications. Java is used in almost a desktop application. For example, it is a gaming project and doing desktop application. There is now only gaming project. Now we have migrated all desktop applications to web application. For example, in almost in 10-20 years before, if you go to library management system, the librarian were having one software in his desktop. He has to do all the transaction when you rent the book, when you return the book, everything via his desktop only. So from home he cannot control how many books are there. He cannot see how many books are there in our library. But when you move to web application, he can see the records, how much book is there, how much book we need to import from that from somewhere. But we cannot see, he can see from his home only. So we have centralized all the application via web application. The desktop application only used for gaming purpose. Then history of Java, next topic. What is history of Java? How come Java came to this market, came to this world? Basically in 1991, the team called Green Team. So in Sun Microsystems formed a team. There have 3 members, James Gosling and Mike Sheridan and Patrick Naughton. So these 3 members have the Green Team to develop a set-top box related software for their television channels. So the main purpose of emerging this Java only, they started for set-top box and television program, right? We are seeing that DTH. So in 1991, they created that program by using Java for this television set-top box. The head of this project is James Gosling. So he named, initially the name of the language is Oak, not Java. Oak is in front of James' house, there is a big oak tree. So he liked the tree very much. So he named that language as a Oak. So after they completed this language, they found that in market already one company is called Oak Technologies. So they don't want to name same name again. Then they had a one meeting room. They are discussing what will be the name for this language. And immediately the servant of the James came up with a cup of coffee. He served the coffee to James and his friends. Then James is very happy and very embraced with the taste of the coffee. He asked the servant where it came from. He said it came from island which is there in Indonesia. The island name is Java. Then he just take that name itself. So you can see the logo of Java is that smoke is coming up from the coffee cup. So that's why the name came from, it's the name. The reason of the name is language Java means while they are thinking about the naming that language, they taste the coffee which came from island, Java island. So just the name, the same name of that coffee which comes from. So this is an interesting story about that history of Java, then how they name it. Now initially they started Java with 1.0. Then it is day to day, it is a year by year, they upgrade the version because latest features are coming day to day. So now we are having Java 8, 1.8. in future they will come, maybe latest features will come. So the version which travel from 1.0 to 1.8. So it is the history about the Java. That is some interesting facts about Java. So what is it? It almost 95% of the desktops enterprise applications runs in Java. The average salary of the US citizen who is a Java developer is $83,975. There are almost 9 million Java developers out there in worldwide. Almost now it is reaches almost 1 crore. Currently there are 3 billion mobile phones are working in Java technologies, as well as 125, almost 12.5 crore TV sets, and each Blu-ray players are running with the help of Java technology. Okay, this is the history and what is that facts about Java. Now we can look about what is the technologies used in Java, what is the life cycle of Java. Okay, so for now you're writing a Java code. Okay, that Java code will compile once you write the Java code. For example, I am using hello world.java here. Okay, this is the hello world project. I wrote that hello world.java. It is nothing but it is going to print that hello world output. It is going to print hello world in your screen. Okay, once I wrote this Java class, when I compile this Java class, I'm using Eclipse editor. We can use that notepad to type the Java. Now the editor will almost very helpful to create a syntax. You can validate the syntax here itself. Okay, when I run the Java, first we will compile the Java. What will happen? It will create dot class file. So when I run the Java, it will give hello world output. So where is the class file? Let me show you. Okay, so here in this path automatically I have configured like this. In the bin path the dot class file is got generated. This is the dot class file of hello world.java. This dot class file, I can take this dot class file, I can run this dot class file in any operating system. That is called as a bytecode. So you understood? So the life cycle is I am creating hello world.java class. By using compiler will compile it. It will can create the dot class file. Then we can run the dot class file anywhere. So you can see the output here. Hello world.java. Okay. So this is the life cycle of Java. So we have run the hello world example. Now is the major question. So main method of all the Java program should have public static void main. Okay, so what is the purpose? Why we are going to use this public static void main? So why we cannot only use main? Why we cannot use only main? So what is the purpose of using void main? If we use main, it will says that Java must have main method. So we have to be use compulsory this syntax public static void main. So I will explain what is the purpose of this public static. Okay. Okay, I will explain what is the purpose of this public static void main. Public is that we can call this method outside of this class. For example, I'm calling this main method from JVM from somewhere. So we can call this method anywhere from outside of this folder. Okay, anywhere we can call as a public. If we make private, we have to call this method from this class only. So this is a restriction. To remove the restriction, we have to make it as a public. So next is, so this is the, to remove the restriction we have to make it public. What is a static? So static keyword, without creating the object of the class, we need to have the static keyword. If you use static keyword, we can call that method without creating the object. Next slide I will explain what is object and what is class. Now just make it in your mind that the static keyword is the one which is used to create the method without creating the object. Okay, void is this method is not returning anything. For example, you want to create the calculation of a plus b, it will give the value of c. Okay, so now this method is not doing any calculation, not operation, it is just printing the value. That's why the method is not returning anything. Void main is that it's used to identifier. Which is the main method to identify? we are using main. So this is the purpose of public static void main. Hope you understood this. Next we can go to, I explained JVM will convert to your .java file to .class file. So apart from JVM, there are three attributes are there in Java. The three keywords are there in Java, which is very important. That is called JDK, JRE, JVM. I will explain what is that JDK, JRE, and JVM. Now, this is very important thing you have to understand when you discuss about the basics. For example, when you are going to develop one project for Amazon, okay, Amazon is there in US, so you got a call from US Amazon head office that you are the main programmer, so you are well-known programmer in India, so you got a call from Amazon. They request you to create some online project for your company. So what that, you are having your laptop, so your laptop is there is called as a machine A. So your laptop is, your system is known as a machine A. So you are using your laptop to develop their application. Okay. So first what you will do for the online communication, you are creating purchase.java. Okay. So there are lot of classes are there. I am taking only one class for explanation. So you are creating purchase.java, which contains all the information about the purchase. Once you complete your program, you are going to compile by using JVM. It will convert into class.java. Okay, so that JDK, you are using Java C as a tool to compile Java file to .class file. Okay, then what you are doing, you are running the information to the user. Your order is successful after purchase. So here in this part, JDK having the tool called Java C, which convert Java to .class file, .java to .class file with the help of Java C tool. Then it will display by using Java tool, that is a command called Java, it will display the result. So you are developing .java file, it will convert to .class file, it will displaying the result. Okay, so you are doing three operations here: developing, executing, and displaying. So which is done by Java Development Toolkit. For if you want to perform to this thing, you want to achieve this thing, you need Java Development Toolkit. Okay, so now you run that, you created the software successfully. Now you are then Amazon is asking you how done with your software. You said, oh yes, I'm fully done with your software, it is working like a gem. Then they ask you to send the software. You are creating the jar file. So jar is nothing but is a package, it is a container. Like you are creating one folder, you are putting all your files in that folder, then you are zip it. Like that we have one package, then we will create one folder, we'll put all your java.class file in that folder. We are creating the package like .jar, it is same like .zip. So you are zipping that folder, right? Like that we are creating as a .jar file to zip the folder, it is like a container. Then you are sending that .jar executable .jar file to Amazon. That server is called as a machine B. So that server is located in US, so they got your software.jar file like purchase.jar. Then they are executing that software. For executing that purchase.class, to display the result to the customer, they don't want JDK. So for that JR is enough. So that is called just Java runtime environment. So difference between JDK and JRE is JDK is developing, executing, and displaying. Okay, but JR is executing and displaying. So for development purpose, you need JDK. For displaying purpose and executing and displaying purpose, only JR is enough. So you understood, I think. Okay. Then last we have the question and answer session, if you to clear your doubts and if you need any clarification. Okay, once the end of this session. So next, what is the purpose of JRE? I told you, right? So the .class file will display the result to customer. Okay, in between the .class to .order customer, something has to be there. It has to process to .class file to your order is success in message, right? So that will done by JVM. JVM will read your .class file one by one. It will check whether is there any error is there. Okay, if no errors, it will interprets one by one your .class file. It will display the result. Okay, so the summary of this one, if you have one big folder, that is called JDK. Inside that JDK we have JRE. Inside that JRE we have JVM. Okay, JDK is used for development and executing and displaying purpose, and JR is used for this executing and displaying purpose. So JVM is the part of JRE. Next topic is class and objects. So what is class and objects? Okay, one second, just we have a break in this session. We have 2 minutes break. Okay, we can start our next session after this. There is a short break. What is class and objects? So this is the main feature of main thing we need to understand, the class and object, because at the time of Java, I just explained that Java is object oriented language. Okay, for example, you are going to create the employee table. So you want to create one employee record. That employee record should have employee ID, employee name, employee salary, employee bonus. Then this will calculate this salary. The formula is total pay salary plus employee bonus. So this part is called as a class. So class is like a template of your employee table. Like if you have the employee details, you have the header, right? Employee ID, employee name, salary, bonus, total pay. This header is called as a class. Okay, this is not a real-time object. This is like a it gives the information what that employee should have. What is the important information that employee should have? You must have employee ID. If the any new employee joining in your company, what are the information you need to gather from him? You will create employee ID for them. You will create employee name, then salary, bonus, then you are creating total pay from payroll. So this is called as a class. This is called as a class. Okay, this is not a real-time object. This is like a template. From that class, you are creating the object, real-time object. This is called as a, this entire thing is called as a object. Hope you understood. This is entire thing called as a object. Okay. So this is a class is a template of the object. Object is a real time. This is an instance of the class. So let's move to structure of the class. So how you can create this class, employee class. This is that like Excel template, Excel sheet you can create, or in database you can create employee table. So how you can convert this employee record to class and objects in Java program. So the structure of the class is you should first you have public. Public means you can call anywhere from this class. If you want to private, you cannot call anywhere. If you want to protect that within folder, you can create. This is like an access specifier. I will take a separate session about what is access specifier. There are 4 types of access specifier: public, private, protected, and default. Okay, we will have separate session what is access specifier. Then this is the key to identify whether this is a class or interface. Okay, this is a key which gives you this my program is a class. This is the class name. Inside this class you have your body. You can add comment here. Okay, now we will move to that Eclipse editor. Then how we can create the class for that employee object. Okay, I have employee. This is the employee object I have created. There are several data types in Java: integer, string, double, float, byte. So each and every data type having their own capacity. What is the data type? We have age. We can have only numeric value. We cannot have age. Cannot be age cannot be b. Age can be only 21 to maybe 100 or maximum 100, right? Maybe it will go to 120 or 30. So it is a numeric value. So age can't be a new data, string value or character. So we are defining age as a numeric value that is called int. Like that, employee ID can be a numeric value because it is a uniqueness. So if you follow the uniqueness, you should have that integer. So here we are having data type employee ID, then employee name will be string. String is, if it is an alphabet value, like string will be Linda, James. Those are not numerics, those are alphabets. So that will store the value in string. Double is employee salary will come in, maybe salary will come in double. If you have the calculate salary, maybe 100,000 rupees 0.50, right? If you come dollar means the 1000.50, that point is denoted as a double. So we can say bonus also will be, bonus will be 50.25, 50.35. That 0.25, 0.35 will come, we will use double. Okay, so this is the method. So the structure of the class is, the class can have state, attribute and methods. So this is called as a state of the class. So state is nothing but values we are defining. These are attributes of the class. Then this method is a behavior, what class, what method actually will do. For example, if you are creating the animal class, you have that what is the name of animal, that animal, what is the color of that animal, those are all the attributes. What is the state of that? That behavior, the animal can eat, that is a method. The animal can bark, that is a method. So the class can have the attributes and that methods. So attributes are known as a state of the class and behavior is known as a method of the class. Okay, here I'm just using the calculate to pay, the method to calculate the total pay by passing employee salary and employee bonus. By default, all the class you are creating, user defined class, all the class which must have state and behavior. So that is, if the class doesn't have these two, there is no meaning, there is no usage of class. Okay, from that class I am creating one more class called test employee. So here I am creating real-time objects. This is called known as a template. So I will take another class what is about the toString. toString is used to print the object of the class. What is the object? I will explain about this toString method later. So if I explain now, you will get confused. I will explain later what is the toString method. Now just you may remember that the employee class contains state and behavior. Okay, so behavior is calculating the total pay, so it is doing some operations. Now move to test employee. The test employee class, I am creating main method. I am creating real-time objects. This is called as a real-time objects. I explained in slide right before. This class is a template, then the values of the class template is called as a objects. This is a real-time values. So Linda joined the company today, then tomorrow James is joined, the real-time object is joining. Whenever they join, we will add one by one. So I'm adding the value Linda employee ID equal to 1, employee name equal to 1, then Linda's salary. I'm giving salary Linda $2,000. Okay, so what is the bonus of this Linda is equal to, bonus will be $100. Okay, so here this is the way of creating the object we can create the class name and object name equal to new employee. Whenever we will use the new keyword, automatically it will, in JVM memory, it will allocate some space for this object. I will explain how the JVM memory works. Assume this is the main JVM. Okay, JVM memory. In Java we have memory. For example, this memory is almost 1 GB. Okay, so this is 100 GB. Maybe we will define based on our memory capacity, we can define. So this will known as a JVM memory. Okay, this is the JVM memory. When I create the Linda object, what it will do, what actually the Java program will do, whenever it sees the new keyword, this will create the small, it will create the small space for that object Linda. Okay, so it will create a small space in the memory for Linda object. So it will assign the value to the object employee 1, employee ID 1, employee name, then employee salary, employee bonus. Again, if I create the James object, what it will do, it will create another space. This is an all memory. So based on this attributes, okay, so based on the attributes you are defining in here, it will space the like it will increase the memory space. Initially it will have only space. I have the value employee ID. So employee int is the some value, then the employee ID. So whenever we are adding the value to this thing, it will allocate the space. So again I'm adding value, I'm creating the object called George, like it will create another space in JVM like George. Okay, so whenever that Java program will see new keyword, it will create the object in JVM memory like Linda, James, George, and Albert. Okay, I'm creating 3 employees. Okay, so now in JVM memory 4 objects, the space is allocated for these 4 objects.